Most people think an OLED display is just a thinner, brighter version of a traditional screen. It isn't. The moment your phone wakes up, millions of microscopic pixels begin producing their own light. There is no hidden backlight shining through the display. Every pixel becomes an independent light source, switching on and off thousands of times every second. This extraordinary ability is what gives OLED its perfect blacks, incredible contrast, and vibrant colors. But how can something only a few millimeters thick generate light on its own? Today, we're slowing everything down to explore what really happens inside an OLED display. The journey begins long before a single pixel lights up. Every image starts inside the graphics processor, where millions of color values are calculated for the next frame. Those digital instructions are immediately delivered to the display controller. Acting as the display's traffic manager, it organizes the incoming image data, synchronizes every frame, and prepares millions of pixel commands before forwarding them to the display driver IC. From there, the information is distributed across the display with remarkable precision, ensuring every pixel receives exactly the data it needs at exactly the right moment. Beneath the glass surface lies an incredibly sophisticated structure. The visible screen is only the outermost layer. Hidden underneath is the TFT Backplane, a microscopic network containing millions of thin film transistors arranged in a perfectly ordered matrix. Above this sit multiple ultra-thin functional layers, including the transparent anode, several organic transport layers, the OLED Organic Emissive Layer, and finally the metallic cathode. Together, these layers form millions of independent OLED pixels capable of producing light without assistance from any external illumination. Each individual pixel contains its own thin film transistor working as an electronic switch. When the display driver IC sends a new frame, the corresponding transistor opens for only a fraction of a second. At that exact moment, the pixel driver circuit precisely controls the electrical current flowing into the OLED Organic Emissive Layer. A slightly higher current produces a brighter pixel, while a lower current produces a dimmer one. Because every pixel has its own transistor and driving circuit, each can operate independently without affecting the surrounding pixels. This independent control is the foundation of OLED's extraordinary image quality. Now comes the moment that makes OLED fundamentally different from LCD technology. As electrical current enters the OLED Organic Emissive Layer, electrons begin traveling from the cathode, while positively charged holes move upward from the anode. Inside the organic molecules, these particles eventually meet. When an electron falls into a hole, energy is instantly released in the form of a photon. That photon is visible light. Instead of passing light through multiple filters, every OLED pixel creates its own light exactly where it is needed. Millions of these microscopic light sources activate simultaneously, producing the complete image that appears on your screen. Creating color is equally remarkable. Every pixel is divided into 3 tiny light emitters known as the RGB OLED subpixel array. One produces red light, another green, and the third blue. By precisely adjusting the brightness of each subpixel, the display can reproduce billions of different colors. A bright white image simply means all 3 subpixels emit strong light together. A deep orange requires more red, a moderate amount of green, and almost no blue. Every color you have ever seen on an OLED display is produced by continuously balancing the brightness of these 3 microscopic emitters thousands of times every second. This independent control also explains OLED's legendary black levels. If a pixel needs to display black, the pixel driver circuit simply stops supplying current. No electron hole recombination occurs. No photons are produced, and that pixel becomes completely dark. Unlike conventional LCD panels, there is no backlight leaking through neighboring areas. Every inactive pixel consumes almost no power while contributing to an almost infinite contrast ratio. That is why stars appear brighter against a perfectly black night sky, and dark movie scenes reveal far greater depth and realism. Modern OLED displays push this technology even further. The display controller refreshes the entire panel up to 120 times every second, while the display driver IC continuously updates millions of pixels with extraordinary precision. High dynamic range allows different parts of the screen to produce dramatically different brightness levels at the same moment, creating images with stunning realism. Although the organic materials slowly age with use, modern compensation algorithms constantly monitor individual pixels, balancing their workload to minimize burn-in and extend the overall lifespan of the display. The next time you unlock your phone, remember that you are not simply looking at a piece of glass. Beneath your fingertips, millions of independent OLED pixels are generating their own light through microscopic quantum-scale interactions that happen far faster than human perception. Every image, every color, every shadow, and every highlight is created by countless tiny light sources working together with extraordinary precision. That invisible engineering is what makes the OLED display one of the most advanced technologies you use every single day.